What would you like our listeners to reflect on?
I'm going to share, I think, probably what's one of the most valuable things that I've learned. And it's nothing to do with my CPD, actually. It's about life in practice, more so, I guess, about like the imposter syndrome, mental health side of things. And that's to always think about what lies beneath the behaviour or the words or the action that you're confronted with. So if a client puts in a complaint about you, don't just take that at face value. Have a look at what is underneath that. If you're on the receipt of a harsh word from a colleague, have a look at what actually could be beneath that and what could have caused that. It doesn't change the fact that you've been spoken to badly. It doesn't change the fact that a client's put in a complaint, for example. But I find if you can try and understand what could be going on for that person or what might have motivated them to act that way, it makes it easier to understand and not kind of think too much about the actual specifics of what's been said. So anytime that someone, it's definitely not something I'm perfect at, and it's always something that I will continue to practice. But it helps me not take like harsh words from a colleague on a stressful day to heart. So that's something I always try and reflect on.
That's interesting. That's empathy again.
Excellent reflection. It's difficult to do, isn't it? In the heat of the moment, and a client or a colleague is bad mouthing you. It's a difficult thing, a very noble thing to be able to think they've had a bad day. Their mum's just been run over by a vicar in a tractor, or whatever can happen on a daily basis. And
yeah, and it doesn't excuse that, but it just helps me personally understand it. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's not about me. This client's put a complaint in because their pet's been euthanized and they're grieving, and they're angry because they're grieving, for example. Like, it just helps to rationalize it.
So to take a step back and put yourself in their shoes a little bit. Yeah. So that's the whole empathy thing. Normally when that happens to me, it's because I've been a twat. And I fully deserve it. But
we put our hands up. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm twat. I've done that.
Yeah. I'm going to try that.
My first boss said to me, "Look, you're not going to be able to please everyone." He said, "You do as good a job as you can, and you're not going to be able to please everyone because someone's going to come in and their car's just broken down. They've just been charged £1,000 to repair it. They dropped a carton of eggs on the way out the door. And, everything's gone wrong for them, and yet you're another person telling them news they don't want to hear at a price they don't want to hear." And he said, "Just be content in your own mind that you've done the best job you have, and you'll get it right most of the time."
Yeah, absolutely.